Hi everybody, welcome back to my design team project for Country Craft Creations. It is this very pretty mini album, kind of a big mini album, using Home Again from Cardabella. And we have the frames and tags and the collection. And we finished the album last time, so we just need to do our embellishing now. And I want to show you one little thing that I've done, and that is this is just scrap. If you remember, we put a couple of magnets on the inside of our front cover, and I just took this square, which let me give you the measurement. You can make it any size you want. Mine is 5 by 7.5. It's a lightweight chipboard. This actually came from a box of my cat's food. So you can use whatever lightweight chipboard you have. This is to make a tag to decorate in here, or it's journaling card or whatever we're going to call it. And I did put the two matching magnets on the back, and I put a piece of Kraft cardstock on the front, and I will do the same on the back, which I just haven't done yet. So let me stick that there for now. Well, actually, might as well take it out. And this to the side. We're not going to need it yet. And you can see I've got some other things here. These are cut aparts. I cut apart one full sheet from the cut aparts that I hadn't used yet. That was the one that had the plaid on the back. And then I had a couple left from the one that had the bows on the back, and I cut those. So I have those. And I have my frames and tags. And I have just a bunch of scraps that I've pulled out. If you've watched me do these before, you'll know that I usually like to use some of my own dyed papers and book pages and dictionary pages and things like that. I'm going to try to avoid that with this one. I want to try and use things only that I'm pretty confident that you either have or can get your hands on. So what I want to do first, I think, is go ahead and put a piece of Kraft on the back of that. Okay. And I'm just going to glue this to the back of this to hide the magnet, so you can see it cuts nicely for about 5 minutes before the blade gets dull. And I just don't like that. And if you want, I mean, you wouldn't necessarily have to line the back with a solid. You could, I was thinking of using the stripe, and I may still put some of that. But I thought, well, it might be difficult to write with those magnets, so because I thought back would be a good journaling spot, and it will be. We may still do it, but instead of doing the whole piece in the stripe, I'm doing what you see me doing here. And I'll probably end up trimming about 1/4 inch all the way around off this tag, only because it's the odds of me getting these things on perfectly are slim to none. Sorry if you can hear me sniffling. My allergies have just been going bananas lately. I don't know what's in bloom, but something's in bloom. It's Florida. Something's always in bloom. Okay, so there we go. And this is what I was talking about with the stripe. I'll probably put it on the back somewhere, or the front for journaling. Okay, so now I have no idea what I'm going to do. None. So let's look at some cut apart, see if there's something that I particularly would like to use. Kind of needs to be vertical. I have too many choices. Most of these are not vertical. That one's vertical, but none of those are jumping out at me. I'm going to go back through, see if I missed anything. That makes it look like the truck is the happy place, not the home. Home sweet home, maybe? Tags. A whole sheet of these tags we could maybe use. This would fit, even though it's horizontal. Let's stick with that one. All right, and I have this beaded trim, and I really want to try to make use of that as well. Maybe it's going vertically somewhere. I'm going to trim it because I'm sure that's as long as I could possibly need. And this trim is from Country Craft Creations as well. It came in my design team kit. All right, so we have that, we have that. I don't think I want to center that. I just happened to put it down. That's where it ended up. We have the trucks. We also have the wood grain. We prefer the darker one. I think if I'm going to go with this, that I like that one better. All right, so let's look at this layout, see where we're at. And it doesn't, you know, I'm putting everything down square, but I definitely, that's the base. And then we want to add things on top. So I'm going to pull these things off. And let us, this is the last thing. This is the next to last thing. And this is the first thing. Let's go ahead and glue some of these things down. All right, so that's going to go there. And do I want to cut it now? I don't think so. What I'm going to do, hang on. Just going to put a line just so I know where to put my glue. And I'm going to put the glue here. Okay. And we're going to put this down. Like that. Whenever I do these, you know, the edges get a little rough because I don't trim everything evenly, and then I'll just go through at the very end and trim everything up nice and neat and square. Okay, so there's that. And then I have this piece, and I'm going to put there, just like that. And obviously you're going to have to work with whatever scraps you have. Yours may not look exactly like mine, but I just wanted you to see how I'm going about it. Basically, we're putting down a base collage of just some papers, and then we're going to decorate on top of it. All right, and the next piece to go down is this one. And what I'm going to do with this is tear it across the bottom, give myself kind of a raggedy look. And I will ink that. And I'm going to use walnut stain because that's what I have handy. Vintage photo would probably go really well with this as well. And I happen to have walnut stain right there. So that's what I'm using. And I only inked where I tore it. I'm not inking all the edges. there's that. Okay, and then I have this piece, which I'm going to put up high enough that it doesn't hide the torn edge that I just made. Okay. Let's trim that. And I may need a little bit. Oh, I didn't trim that very evenly, did I? Well, you know what? We are going to, I could just cover that with something, or I could tear it. I'm just going to go ahead and tear it. Since I didn't cover it, didn't cut it evenly. There we go. And I may end up covering it anyway, but it's fine. It actually probably looks better that way. Okay. Let's get scraps. Excuse me. All right. So then these are some of the things I'm thinking about. I have this. I have this stripe I could put in, and that would hide where I just kind of botched the end of that. That's cute. Let's do that. So let me cut this stripe. I'm just cutting it right along one of the stripes to give me a reasonably straight piece. You, of course, could use your paper trimmer. Fairly low, just because I didn't want it even with that. Okay, there we go. Now there's our base. And we may add more, but that's kind of where I'm leaning. And then I'm thinking maybe that there. And then maybe popping a little circles out. Do we want all three of these? Do we just want two of them? Maybe something like that. See, I'm really tempted to put something like, you know, cheesecloth or doilies or lace or something like that. But I don't want to turn this into something, like I said, that you guys don't have or can't get. So how about a piece of seam binding and then our piece of trim on top of that. If we do that, we kind of have to work around that because you can't glue anything on top of the pearls, but you could on top of the seam binding. Let's do this. Okay, hang on. All right, so I'm gonna put I'm definitely gonna do the seam binding because I really like it. So let me grab, do I want to use Fabri-Tac? I think the art glitter glue will be fine. And we want it to be kind of right down there. All right. So I'm just doing a little zigzag of art glitter glue right down there. that. Oops, lifted that right up. Okay. Push that down. It's not super straight, but it's fine. Okay. I like the way that looks. Okay. So then, if we have that pretty far over to the left, then the beads are not going to be hiding the text. That's cute, like that. Right? And then just don't know about, I don't want to hide the text. You could do something like that, but then it sort of doesn't go with the other thing. Playing around here. Oh, I forgot. I also have a sticker sheet to play with. So let me grab that. There might be something on there we want. I was thinking of putting these down here, but maybe like tucked under there. Or maybe, I really love these pearls and I really want to use them, but maybe somewhere else. Of course, now I've cut them, so I have to find a place where this length will fit, although I have some more. Or maybe just put it across the bottom. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, hang on. Now we're getting somewhere. So I lift that up a little bit. Put that there, maybe. I still like that tucked under a little bit, like that. And let's grab that sticker sheet. See if there's anything here. I was kind of thinking maybe if there was a vertical sticker. Oh, there's that one. And there's that one. There's more than one. Oh, and there's that one. That one's really cool. Hang on. Maybe put that one right there. Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that right now while I'm thinking of it, because it doesn't matter if it gets partly covered up. I'm just gonna use some glue because I don't trust the glue that's on these stickers to last forever. Let's put that there. That's good. So now we're thinking this is gonna maybe go here or maybe just be used somewhere else. I think I'm being distracted by that. Let's pull that off. Let's put that there. I feel like everything is becoming very square. I definitely need to start playing around with some of these things. Okay. So then if we put that cluster right there, as though that was kind of weighing down that little sign. I was just going to say I kind of want some of the black flowers, and look, here I have some. So we have something like that. Do we really want that, or do I want something else? I don't really want anything else vertical. Everything is really vertical. There we how about, I'm not necessarily thinking this, but suppose we put this down as a little semi-pocket thing, although that actually does look kind of cute like that. Let's do that. Okay. So what I want to do, and do I want this square or do I want to tear it? I think I'll leave it square. Alright, so I'm just cutting it down a little bit. About there, right? I hope. Or was it further down? Let's put it a little further down. Okay. There's that. Okay. And then this thing, I think is about there, right? So I want those to overlap there. Okay. Right about there. Okay. Then we have these. Which I think I want to do just kind of like that. First one. You could do these as a tuck if you wanted, but I'm not. This one's going to go just about straight down. Not quite, because I don't want it that even, but... So almost, but not quite straight down. And then this one, I'm going to go this way. And I'm okay if I cut a little of it off when I trim the tag, that's fine. I don't think I'm going to, but just in case, it's fine if it does. I'm just thinking maybe put a little something there. No, because I didn't really line them up that way. It would have been cute, but maybe, just thinking maybe a little bow or something there. That's cute. Okay, so I think we'll probably do something like that there. Not right this second, but okay. Now, as we're talking about this and going this way as a pocket, but the problem with that is this thing pops out because it's a frame. So we can fix that. I just need to glue something on the back of this. That's about 2 7/8 by 2 3/8. So I'm just gonna grab a scrap. Something that's gonna fit right there. I think I need to make it just a hair short. There we go. And then I'm going to take, because I want this to glue down nicely, another little, I'm just going to cut these by hand. I'm not fussing too much because this is basically going to be a tuck spot. It doesn't have to be perfect. I just don't want the I don't want the sides to collapse too much, and I don't want whatever's in it, you know, what this piece to catch whatever's going in it. So I'm trying to make it a little bit even, if that makes sense to you. Cut that very straight today. A little bit more. Good. Okay. And if you want, you could have put that down as a frame and put something in the frame. It would have been cute too. Like pop that out, just put this down, leave the top open, and tuck a photo in there. Okay, that's good. And actually, adding those little layers gave it a little dimension too. Okay, so now we're going to glue this down on the 3 sides. I'm not worried about the corners. You're not going to put anything so small in there that it's going to fall through there. There, that looks good. Where's my old trim? I still feel like I want to use this. I think I can now. I think I could put it right there. We shall think about that. So then let's go back. What did I do with that tag that I was playing with? Here it is. Oh, the only problem with this tag is it says the exact same thing as this. Okay, so let's get out our frames and tags, see what else we have. And if we don't have something that we really like, we'll just make something. Okay. And we also have, whoops, hey Jolly. Whoops. Thank you, sweetie. We have these little cut-aparts. They don't quite fit, but they work as tucks. Oh, honey, nobody's going to be able to see with you there. Oh, now you're going to lie down? I don't think so. Really? All right, hang on. I will deal with her momentarily. Okay, come here, sweetheart. Yeah, I know. You just want help. You just want help. Oh, big purrs. Such big purrs, yeah. All right. I feel like this looks a little bit like a hot mess. There's a lot going on here. Maybe just something that kind of blends in, like Home Sweet Home. How much more can we throw on this thing? I really feel like I want that one, even though it says the same as the others. Like that. I think I can't put that. I think I just have way too much already. I do kind of want a bow of some sort there. Well, I didn't make this one. That we could put. That's a little long, but let me grab my Fabri-Tac. We'll put that down. Here's our Fabri-Tac. I'm just going to put a big blob right there and stick the bow right in it. Okay, and then I'm just going to set that aside to dry. Just wonder if I slide it over a hair. All right, let's see how that dries. Okay. Putting the top of my glue. Okay, I'm going to leave that be, and I will be back in a little bit, maybe a half hour or so when that's dry, and we'll keep going. Hey, everybody. Okay, so I think I told you I was going to be back in half an hour. It's only been a few seconds, of course, for you. It has been days for me. Sorry about that. Just trying to get my house on the market. Okay, so here is where we left off. We had glued down this little bow. I picked out a few things from the frames and tags that we could tuck in to our little pocket. Hey, Jolly. All right, so I don't know if you can see anything because of our little friend here. Hang on. Yeah. There we go. Come on, come down here. Good girl. Keep going. Keep going. Come on. Good girl. Okay. So we have this, right? And it's all very square. So I think what I'm going to do is cut the corners off to make it look more like a tag. I just think it'll look better. So what I am going to do, I'm trying to decide how I want to do that, is I need a big pair of scissors, and mine has disappeared somewhere in the packing up of my house. Let me see what I've got. I've got these. These are pretty sturdy. I think we can use those. So what I want to do, because this tag is going to be partly cut, or this little whatever it is, ephemera, I need to make sure that I'm careful about cutting that. So we're going to cut this side first. I think I want to keep it pretty shallow. See, maybe about like that. That looks good. All right, I'm going to make a line, which is hopefully visible. Okay, well, it's visible to me. I don't know if it's visible to you. Hang on while I cut this. You could use your paper trimmer for this also. Okay, these scissors are not maybe the best option. They're kind of dull. Yikes. Okay, we're gonna have to ink that, of course. So then you just take the piece that you cut off, transfer it over here, and use it to mark the line for the other side. All right, and I'm gonna ink that if I can find an ink. Here we go. Just to tone down the white a little bit. I'm not gonna be like really crazy with the ink here. I'm just toning down the edge. Like that. Okay, I think that looks good. And if you want, you could cut a, punch a hole there and put a grommet and a ribbon, which we could do, as we have. Hang on. Okay, and then I also have, and I don't know where they ended up, some fussy cuts that I wanted to put on this tag. They came yesterday and took pictures, the listing pictures for the house, and everything got totally discombobulated. Here's where I cut them out from. Okay. Oh, here they are. Okay, so there's those. All right. Okay. There's that. Okay, so I have my little cut aparts. They're fussy cuts, which I cut out of this sheet. I cut a single flower, and then I cut this little flower with a bud and some leaves, and we're gonna add that as well. So I'm gonna do the hole punch first. Before I do that, make sure I have my grommets, because I don't know where anything is these days. Okay, there's that one. All right, and let's see. Let's put that, I'm eyeballing, right about there. Is that centered? That looks centered to me. Maybe. A little over 1.5, a little under 1.5. Yeah, that's well centered, okay. Can't remember which, I'm just drawing a blank here, people, I'm sorry. Can't remember which size I want to cut the hole for the grommet. Yeah, it's the large one. Okay. This is a crocodile from We Are Memory Keepers. Of course, you can just use a hole punch, a regular hole punch if you want. Use that, and I think I'll use a white one. I could use a black, but I think I'll use white. Let's just put that in. Okay, so there we have that. And do we want to use the black? I feel like I want to use the black because I've already used both other colors that I have. Let's do that. And this tag sits pretty close to the top of the book, so I'm not going to make this too long, but we shall see. And of course, I didn't cut at all yet. That looks pretty good. Okay. I've got to get a new pair of cutter bees one of these days. These are getting dull. Okay, so there's that. Right, now I have my two little cut aparts. And this one I'm going to put here, I think just about there. And this one I'm just going to sit on top of it to give it a little dimension. So with this one, all I've done is just sort of run my fingers along it like this. You could use a tool, but I didn't want it too curled, just to curl up the petals a little bit. I don't know if you can see, it's kind of cupped a little bit, like that. And then this one is just going to be flat. My glue, and I'm going to put this fairly far down. And it's okay if it hangs out over the edge a little bit. We have room. Okay. Let's put that right about there. And you know what, I probably should put some glue on that. Let's just do that. There we go. And you can see I've left the leaves sticking up a little bit, like that. And then I don't want this to match up perfectly. I want to rotate it around a little bit so that the petals don't line up with the one below it. You could ink this if you want. And I'm just putting the glue in the middle, except for right there where I just put some, okay? And I'm just gonna put that right about there, like that. Okay, so now we have a little extra dimension there. And then I'm thinking that I might use one of these right there. Okay. Oh, that's cute, like that. Okay, there's that. And then we could come back if we wanted and put a little twine or something in some of these little tags. But for now, I'm gonna leave it. All right, so let's set that aside for this to dry. And let's go back to our book. Okay. And let's see what we have. Okay. Oh, we still have to mat in here. Okay, so let's do that. All right, so I need 2 mats. So these are going to go here. So this would be great for lots of pictures, journaling, etc., etc., etc. All right. When there's nothing, you know, there's nothing behind them. So what I'm going to do with this one is close it and actually burnish it from this side. Okay, that looks cute. We may add some stickers or something, tuck spots, whatever. Okay, so these are all good. This is all good. Okay, this probably need mats here because I don't think I did these. Yep, I need to do these. Okay, so I will have edited out putting down that mat because apparently I scrawled somebody's phone number right across the back of this piece of paper. Why I would have done that on a piece of artisan is beyond me, but it looked like a business's phone number, so maybe it was somebody I had to call right away, I don't know. But anyway, I didn't want to put the phone number on. Okay, so that's done. Okay, I'm gonna trim those a little bit. And then let's see, do I need to do the inside of this one? No, that's a pocket. Okay, so we're good there. That's fine. We're gonna have to do the insides of these. Okay. I still have not found the lid to my glue. Oh, there it is. Okay, good. Got the lid. All right. Now, let's see. Where are we at? Okay, these are pockets. And we did the inside of this already, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sure we did. Okay, so that takes care of all the matting. We've got our tag, which Little Miss is playing with, so let's bring that over. Oh, that looks cute. Okay. That's good. Now, so what we need are 4 side pocket inserts. What's that sticking up? Oh, that's that ribbon. 4 side pocket inserts, and then whatever we want to put in the pockets, etc., etc. Yeah, that was boring, right? Come up, made a fuss, and now you're leaving. Okay, so let's see. What do I have? I think I'm almost out of. All right, so these are 8 by 8 pages. So let's start. I don't like them too hard to get in and out. I'm gonna start big and cut it down. I'll just make the first one so we know how big. So let's start with 7 7/8, and usually I want them shorter so I don't have to worry about bumping into the hinge. But I'll start them 7 7/8 square, and then we'll cut it down to the size that we want. Well, 7 7/8 for the width, and just making it too hard to put it in. Well, it's not too bad. Actually, that's a good size, 7 7/8 by 7 7/8. Okay, let me cut the other 3 that size. So what I'm gonna do, because this is a pretty long video, I think, I'm gonna stop now, and then in the last video we will decorate those side pocket inserts, decide where we're gonna put the various cut aparts, make some other inserts or tags, and any other embellishments we want to do. So thank you so much for watching. This is a design team project for Country Craft Creations, and you can get everything you need there. The collection is Home Again from Cartabella, and we're using black, craft, and linen artisan cardstock, all from Country Craft Creations, as well as these colors of seam binding and this pretty beaded trim that we'll use at least somewhere inside on the embellishment because I love it. So I will see you next time, and we'll finish up. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share all those other things. It really helps the channel. Thank you. See you next time. Bye-bye.